We were just about to finish and received a call that there was reports of possibly 2 children in distress in the water. They'd come from a nearby house, but they couldn't see both children. So we travelled about 18 miles on an immediate to get there. We were the first unit there. We were met by the caller initially. He was on the road about 150 metres from where the river is, down a bank. As we ran down the bank, myself and my colleague, we could hear a child screaming, shouting for help, and we could hear another voice shouting for help. When we got to the river's edge, we located the child who looked petrified. At the time, we were looking for a second child. However, further downstream, we could see that actually it was the child's father. It was an adult male who was sort of stuck on another rock. He had placed himself on another rock, having been washed further downstream. The child, however, was at the top of some rapids and in a more precarious position. He was looking at his father for reassurance. He wouldn't engage with officers at first. And then he would sort of look to us. He wouldn't speak to us. He wouldn't tell us his name. He just looked petrified, to be fair. I don't think he could have held on for much longer how he was. So I decided at that time that the best course of action was that I'd ditch my equipment, swim across to him to secure him as best I could. And then I managed to get him across to the other side of the river. And then we waited for the fire service to come and rescue the father. This river had already swept an adult male and his son off their feet, and then had swept his father further downstream over a sort of a rapid, sort of a small waterfall. He could easily have drowned. He had a rucksack on at the time, which pulled him under the water, and it was only because he released that and lost his rucksack that he resurfaced and managed to get himself sort of somewhere where he was safe until he could be properly rescued. There's always a risk of drowning in the rivers, and especially when they're in flood and fast flowing and you can't see the footing. Don't think I fully appreciated the risk that police officers face day to day. This was towards the end of our shift. We were about to finish, and I was going to go home to my family, and then a call like this, and it does make you sort of reflect a little bit and put things into perspective sometimes. You don't know when that call's going to come in, and you don't know the risks you face at a moment's notice.